Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First play and a first pass for Cousins. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. And he'll... to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Raiders first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Jaguars are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. This one completes Alec Pierce. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Jaguars at 3-5, 2 games under 500. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, Wilson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Raiders are going to have a short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. A give running right is Chubb, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Chubb on the counter. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 1st down, Wilson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. This pass on target. Velus Jones with it. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing is Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Returning is Peppers. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old Malum prophet? You come to a fork in the road, take it, because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games, and the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run the option left. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Brandon, you and I have called a lot of college football in our day, but on Sundays here in the NFL, doesn't it look a lot like what we used to see on Saturdays when we called those games?
Yeah, option plays just like we saw, and that was a long touchdown to the option. What you taught me, though, defensively, you get your eyes in the wrong place on a play like that, you're in trouble.
What's the term that's in vogue in the NFL? Eye violations. The offense wants you to put your eyes in the wrong spot so that they can appeal.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles in our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this, a very short kick. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there. Call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And again, it's Chubb. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. Now Hill going to keep it running left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 43 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Play action now. Cousins going deep for Hopkins. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, and the next-gen stats showing that at an even 57 yards through the air. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nick Chubb, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble in 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Here's Wilson. Finding his target is Trey McBride. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught by Pierce. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's got Pierce. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Here's Wilson to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Koo knocks this one through the post, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this a very, very short kick. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Taylor. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Hey, 0. 14, got it.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them.
He's got a man, complete. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards. A first down throw for Cousins. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Cousins. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 38-yard line. On play action, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And the Jags, Charles, I think they're on the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Here's Cousins. And this one is incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards that time for number 19. Slot man moves right. First and 10, Taylor now. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Wilson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. A give for Taylor running right side. Stiff-armed him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. A big pickup of 38.
Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
Now Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Chubb on the read option. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 30. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Cousins. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 9 yards is the loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wilson.
Left side, got Jones.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st and 10. It's Wilson.
This is taken in by McBride. Touchdown! Trey McBride, 32 yards. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From way up at the 23. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Cousins. The pass caught by Olave. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Jones on the return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And the tight end goes in motion left.
36 power. Hey, 0.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Pass complete to Taylor.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Wilson.
Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw again is Wilson.
He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Here's Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Wilson to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the third. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy